afternoon. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professionals. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professionals. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable knowledge seekers, I am your host for the afternoon. My name is Ananda. I'm from Bangladesh. Dear knowledge seekers, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social and ISO certified international educational and training institute. In the last 3 years, we have already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus professions and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professionals (IGP) is the training facility for skill development which was founded in 2020 and is generating competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualifications. The Institute of Global Professionals is an educational institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve students and community resources providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by acquiring formal education. So, we provide effective training and concentration to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to student job seekers, job holders, and also for learners through respective campus and distance learning platforms. We are occupational and dependable institution. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education isn't a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar courses, award quiz competitions, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like creating our portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and one knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can upgrade all day. Kids learning games website, free courses, converter sites, and many more. We help to empower youth to learn to meet their expectations and dreams and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar, and offline online courses for youth and learners by professional trainer, speaker, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kinds of youth and to promote the education and for their abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professions. We believe that knowledge is love, light, and passion. So we try to understand the two needs of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learner. We represent more diversity, growth, and innovation are required. To lead a session with professionalism and passion and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering best quality, effective services and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill levels and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, take, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, take, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we have already completed 2,262 webinars successfully. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we have already completed 2,262 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speaker, participants, and well-wishers, at this moment, this is a very important message for you all. We changed and designed our website www.eduigp.com. On this website, we have surprises for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We already launched our new website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without any account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. So create your account for once with your proper information. Note that with your proper information, you will enjoy all features. With mismatched data, you can do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition. On our website, we replace Slido. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified e-certificates. Now it's easier and time oriented because after this session, no one can provide you with any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam. After that, if you passed, you will receive your certificate, otherwise not. But you can take part in an exam unlimited till you pass. If you are an IGP speaker, you can download all your previous certificates, speakership certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download your certificate of gratitude. If you are an online quiz competition winner, you can download your certificate of participation. If you are selected for a lifetime membership, then you can download a certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participated in any award function which organized combined support with IGP, you can download that also. You can instantly prepare and download 18 type of instant certificate from our website within a minute. Certificate of Global Professional Membership, Certificate of Global Influencer during the pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge Seeker, Certificate of Social Activist during the pandemic, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2020, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2021, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2022, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1, Authentic Assessment in Teaching Learning, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2, Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3, Digital Classroom Engagement 2, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4, The New Trends in Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5, Upskilling Organizational Leadership and Managerial Skills, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6, Trends in Innovation in Mathematics Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7, Research a Comprehensive Approach, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8, Art in Teaching a Special Program in the Arts, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9, 21st Century Tools in Teaching Mathematics, Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassador, Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1000 plus international level quizzes with verified e-certificates. Teaching tips for teachers, health tips for parents, health tips for teens, gamification tools for teachers, and you can join IGP alumni. You can check out our 50 plus premium services website for free and many more. Dear IGP well wisher, we promised previously, but lack of our technical issue, we are late sending you on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous credential. We solve all issue from our website. Now you can enroll, preset password, everything. You can check your dashboard for all webinars details. It's a cordial request to you. Check all buttons and pages on our website. Surely I can say you will be benefited. Thank you, but note that without any account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. At present, we are going to start our 2261 program, and webinar name is Advancing Science Education in Developing Nations, and our honorable knowledge speaker is Sarin Tioxon and Navalta. And now is a very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Hello, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Can you
ma'am.
hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. Hope you are doing great, ma'am. Ma'am, one of IGP knowledge seekers wants to hear from you about you, ma'am. Now the stage is yours. Over to you, ma'am.
Can you see now my screen?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, let Was the PowerPoint presentation moving? Is it? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it moving?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So thank you very much. So
Thank you, ma'am.
okay, thank you, ma'am. Before I start my presentation, please allow me to personally thank Institute of Global Professionals for inviting us or inviting me to be a part of this international platform. Thank you very much, IGP. Please allow me to proceed with my presentation for tonight. And my topic is about advancing science education in developing nations. One of the compelling issues in the Philippines, which is among the developing nations, and I know for a fact that a lot of countries under this category is also or are also experiencing challenges when it comes to science education. Science education plays a critical role in shaping the future by fostering curiosity, critical thinking, and a deeper understanding of the world around us. It equips students with the knowledge and skills necessary to explore scientific concepts, conduct experiments, and solve real world problems. From understanding the fundamental principles of physics, chemistry, and biology to exploring advanced topics in environmental science and technology. Science education encourages students to ask questions, think analytically, and embrace innovation. By promoting scientific literacy, we prepare individuals to make informed decisions, engage in lifelong learning, and contribute to the advancement of society. And by emphasizing hands on learning, interdisciplinary approaches, and the integration of technology, science education cultivates a new generation of thinkers, innovators, and leaders poised to tackle the challenges of tomorrow. Science education is crucial for the progress and development of any nation. In developing countries, in particular, strengthening science education can foster innovation, address local challenges, and improve quality of life. There are importance of science education. Um, these are economic development, problem solving skills, innovation and technology, and informed citizenship. Science and technology are drivers of economic growth. Skilled scientists and engineers can contribute to industries, agriculture, and health sectors, promoting stability and growth. Science education promotes critical thinking and problem solving skills, essential for addressing local and global challenges such as climate change, health epidemics, and food security. A strong foundation in science education is crucial for innovation and technological advancement, leading to new products, services, and industries. Educated citizens can make informed decisions about health, environment, and policy, contributing to the overall well being of society. For the challenges of science education in developing nations, of course, there are a lot. And first is lack of resources and facilities. If resources are not lacking, it may be insufficient. Many schools, especially in rural areas, lack proper laboratory and equipment, hindering hands on learning experiences. Sometimes textbooks and other learning materials are often outdated and not aligned with current scientific knowledge and technologies. And another one is access to computers, the internet, and other digital resources is limited, especially in underprivileged and remote areas. The lack of resources and facilities in educational settings has significant consequences. It leads to reduced learning opportunities, lower academic achievements, inequity, teacher burnout, health and safety risks, limited co curricular or extracurricular activities, and the negative impact on the community. By addressing these resource shortages requires collaborative efforts to create more conducive learning environments. The next one is teacher related issues. We have here shortage of qualified teachers. There is a significant shortage of adequately trained and specialized science teachers. There are many factors, like, as I have said a while ago, burnout, inadequate support, limited opportunities, and a higher percentage tend to go to the foreign countries where they can have brighter opportunities. Another one is many science teachers lack opportunities or continuous professional development to keep up with new teaching methods and scientific advancements. Factors may be personal, the work environment, and sometimes politics play a significant role. Teachers often receive low salaries, which can affect their motivation and performance. So the tendency is to engage in other profession, which will give them satisfaction in terms of higher salaries and incentives, and as I have said, better and brighter opportunities. Following that is curriculum and pedagogy. The science curriculum can be rigid and heavily focused on rote memorization rather than critical thinking and problem solving skills. Science is often taught in English, which can be a second language for many students, making it difficult for them to grasp complex concepts. And many educators rely on traditional lecture based teaching methods rather than interactive and student centered approaches. A flexible approach can enhance student engagement, but it must strike a balance to avoid inconsistency. Language barriers limit access to scientific knowledge, perpetuating inequality. Traditional teaching methods may hinder active learning and critical thinking. Combining flexibility, addressing language diversity, and adapting interactive teaching can lead to a better science education outcomes. Next is equity and access. There is a significant difference in the quality of science education between urban and rural schools. That is really very evident. Urban schools often have better infrastructure, specialized teachers, and access to resources. In contrast, rural schools face challenges such as limited resources, teacher shortages, and reduced access to extracurricular activities. Bridging this gap requires targeted efforts to improve infrastructure, teacher training, and cultural relevance in science education. Following equity and access is policy and governance. Okay, sorry for that. I guess I have missed some. Okay, so let me add here um, gender disparities. Okay, cultural biases and social norms can limit girls' participation in science education and STEM fields. Addressing these disparities requires concerted efforts to promote diversity, equitable opportunities, and inclusive education in STEM. For the socioeconomic barriers, students from low income families may face challenges in addressing quality science education due to financial constraints. Socioeconomic barriers significantly impact science education outcomes. Lower income students perform less academically. Success rates for low socioeconomic status students in STEM fields are significantly lower than for high socioeconomic status students. Addressing these barriers requires targeted interventions, equitable resources, and support for students from disadvantaged backgrounds. Following that is policy and governance. Changes in education policies with shifts in government can lead to inconsistency and lack of long-term planning. Insufficient funding for education, particularly in science, limits the implementation of effective programs and initiatives. In developing countries like the Philippines, and I myself, as a professor in science, I really experience these issues. For administrative inefficiencies and the red tape can hinder the timely distribution of resources and implementation of educational reforms. They all really are happening, particularly in developing nations. The consequences of inconsistent policies, funding issues, bureaucratic challenges in science education are multifaceted. Inconsistent policies lead to varying educational standards, while funding shortages impact resources and teacher quality. Bureaucratic obstacles divert focus from student learning. Addressing these challenges requires coherent policies, adequate funding, and streamlined administrative processes. And prioritizing student centered approaches can enhance science education outcomes. The next one is cultural and societal factors. There may be a lack of awareness or undervaluing of science education's importance among communities and stakeholders. And then low levels of parental involvement in children's education can impact students' motivation and support for pursuing science. Valuing science education and fostering parental involvement contribute to better educational outcomes and long term development in developing nations. Investing in science education, even with delayed returns, is essential for human and infrastructural growth. Active parental engagement positively impacts academic success and emotional development of the students, particularly and most especially in STEM programs, where science education is a part. Now, how to improve science education in developing nations? We know for a fact that there are a lot of initiatives being done in different countries, even in our own country, in the Philippines. Improving science education in developing nations, including the Philippines, requires a multifaceted approach that addresses infrastructure, teacher training, curriculum development, and community engagement. So, here are several strategies to consider. The first one here is by investing in infrastructure. Construct and renovate science laboratories in schools, especially in rural areas, to provide students with hands on learning experiences. You know, a larger percentage of our students are living in mountain barangays, mountainous areas, in rural areas, away from the cities. So infrastructures really are part of the challenges. Now we have to provide schools also with computers. They should have this internet access and digital resources to enhance learning and expose students to modern scientific tools and information. Ensure that schools have sufficient textbooks, teaching materials, and laboratory equipment. The keys are strategic planning, public private partnerships, flexible financing models, and prioritization of essential facilities. Leveraging technology, advocating for political support, and involving local communities can lead to sustainable investments. It really requires collaboration among various stakeholders, particularly the agencies responsible in our respective governments to support science education programs. Another one is enhance teacher training and support. We should improve the quality of teacher education programs to ensure that future science teachers are well prepared with strong content knowledge and pedagogical skills. Then we have to offer ongoing training and workshops for current teachers to update their knowledge and teaching methods, focusing on inquiry based and student centered approaches. Then provide competitive salaries, career advancement opportunities, and professional support networks to attract and retain qualified science teachers. Pre-service training, continuous professional development, incentives, and support are deemed very essential, very important in order to guarantee success in science education. Teachers really need those. For the next one, we have to, um, sorry, focus on curriculum and pedagogical reform. We have to revise the science curriculum to include current scientific knowledge, real world applications, and interdisciplinary approaches. So, the updating of curriculum is really very important. Another one is emphasize critical thinking. We have to shift from rote or repetitive memorization to developing critical thinking, problem solving, and analytical skills, reiterating that to our students. Then incorporate local examples and case studies to make science education relevant and engaging for students. We have also to promote the use of experiments, field trips, and project based learning to make science interactive and hands on. Following that is to promote equity and inclusivity. Implement targeted programs and policies to ensure that rural schools receive adequate resources and support. Um, it is advantageous for the urban schools, the schools located in the city centers, because they have this easy access to technology and then infrastructures are there. But we have also to take into consideration the schools which are located in rural areas. So we really have to bridge the gap. And then another issue here is gender equity. We should encourage girls to pursue science education through scholarships, mentorship programs, and awareness campaigns that challenge gender stereotypes. Then another one is we should provide additional support for students from low income families and marginalized communities to ensure they have equal access to quality science education. The next one is leverage public private partnerships. Partner with non governmental organizations to implement science education programs and initiatives. Then we can also have engagement in private sector companies, or we can engage to them in funding and supporting science education through grants, scholarships, donations, and corporate social responsibility programs. For the international aid and cooperation programs to receive technical assistance, funding, and best practices from other countries and organizations. For the next one is community and parental engagement. We have here awareness campaigns, no? So we have to run awareness campaigns to highlight the importance of science education and its role in economic and social development. That we should encourage parents to support their children's science education by providing resources and creating a conducive learning environment at home. Then this will not be completed without the participation of the local government unit by um, promoting local community projects, involve local communities in science related projects and initiatives to create a culture of curiosity and learning. The next one is policy and governance improvements. We should be consistent with our policies. We should develop and maintain consistent education policies that prioritize science education and provide long term support. We know for a fact that investing in science education is really costly. It requires a lot of financial support, both from the government and from the families of the students. But we really have to invest to that. It has a long-term um, benefits to not only to the students but to the society as well. We should develop and or allocate sufficient budgetary resources for science education to cover infrastructure, training, and materials. Those are really very important. And implement systems to regularly monitor and evaluate the effectiveness of science education programs and make data driven improvements. And we have to make the monitoring and evaluation um, a priority. We should be serious and committed about it because it will tell us in which particular area of science education needs to uh, improve. And then the next one is how to improve the actual teaching learning in science education. The previous ones are more general, but now let's uh, dig deeper on the teaching learning scenario, the classroom setting. And the first here is teacher training and professional development. It will always start with the teachers. So we have here pre-service education, continuous professional development, workshops and seminars, mentoring programs, incentives, and recognition. Um, Improve teacher education programs to ensure that future science teachers are well prepared. This includes strengthening their content knowledge, teaching methodologies, and classroom management skills. Universities and teacher training colleges can partner with international institutions to adapt best practices and curricula. For continuous professional development, we should offer regular training and workshops for current teachers to keep them updated on the latest scientific developments, pedagogical techniques, and technology used in classrooms. Then organize regular workshops on inquiry based learning, digital tools for teaching, and integrating real world science problems into lessons. Then establish mentoring systems where experienced teachers guide and support newer teachers. These are all the strategies that we need. And then one of the most important here is incentives and recognition. Let's provide incentives such as higher salaries, bonuses for professional development, and awards for outstanding teachers to motivate and retain high quality science teachers. Um, we have to implement award systems like outstanding faculty or teacher of the year to recognize excellence in teaching. We started from teaching, teacher training and professional development. Of course, the next one is student-centered pedagogical approaches. And we should encourage students to ask questions. That is an inquiry-based learning. Conduct experiments and engage in scientific reasoning rather than just memorizing facts. Use project-based learning where students investigate real-world problems and present their findings. Then incorporate laboratory work and practical activities that allow students to experience science firsthand. It's something that they cannot really forget. Something that they will remember even for the rest of their lives once they experience it. Let us provide schools with affordable science kits that enable hands-on experiments even in resource limited settings. For those who are in the rural areas, if improvisation can help, they may do so. But it is better if the actual instrument will be provided to them. And then integrate digital tools such as interactive simulations, online labs, and educational apps to enhance learning. And the most popular nowadays after the COVID-19 pandemic is the blended learning. We have to combine traditional classroom teaching and with online resources to provide a richer learning experience to our students. Following this is curriculum and instructional materials. Updated and relevant curriculum, localized content, open educational resources, OER, differentiated instruction, and flexible grouping. We have to ensure that the science curriculum is up to date, relevant, and aligned with global scientific developments while also addressing local issues and contexts. Then include case studies and examples relevant to the student's own environment and experiences. We should provide textbooks, digital resources, and other learning materials that are accessible and affordable because there are marginalized uh, uh, we have students who are really very poor and they cannot afford it. So something that they will still learn, but much accessible and affordable to them. Then utilize OER to provide free and high quality educational materials. Innovate on teaching methods and materials to meet the diverse needs of students, including those with different learning styles and abilities. We also have to group students by interests or abilities for certain activities to provide targeted support and challenges. Another important one is assessment and feedback. We have here formative assessments where we can use to provide ongoing feedback to students and adjust teaching strategies accordingly. We have the quizzes, peer assessments, reflective journals can help track students' progress. And then another one is to develop summative assessments that evaluate students' understanding of scientific concepts and their ability to apply them. Instead of traditional exams, use project-based assessments, special problems to evaluate students' practical and analytical skills. That is being applied personally in my subjects, where I give special projects to my students such that we can develop, or they can develop, that critical thinking and problem solving skills. Following that is promoting STEM engagement. Encourage participation in science clubs, fairs, and the competitions to spark interest and enthusiasm for science. And then organize schools and regional science fairs where students can showcase their projects, connect students with scientists, engineers, and other STEM professionals who can serve as models and mentors, and invite professionals to speak about their careers and the importance of science. Then engage the local community in science education initiatives to build a supportive learning environment. And another one is organize events where families can participate in science activities together. For the next one is policy and support. Advocate for government policies that prioritize science education funding, infrastructure development, and teacher training. Develop national programs aimed at enhancing science education across all levels of education. Form partnerships, that is very important, with NGOs, private sector companies, and international organizations to support science education initiatives. Then engage companies to provide funding and resources for science programs and initiatives. Let me proceed now to the examples of successful initiatives in science education in developing countries. I have here some of these. The first one here is the Simei Regional Center for Education, Science, and Mathematics in Malaysia. RECSAM focuses on enhancing the capabilities of educators in the fields of science and mathematics through various training programs, workshops, and research. It has contributed significantly to the professional development of teachers in Southeast Asia, leading to improved science education standards. Following that is the African Institute for Mathematical Sciences in Africa. AIMS provides advanced and innovative education in mathematical sciences to African students through its centers across Africa. It has produced a significant number of graduates who have gone on to make notable contributions in academia, research, and industry. Following that is the Programa de Desarrollo Profesional Docente in Mexico. PRODEP aims to enhance the professional development of higher education faculty through various programs, including funding for research and development in science and technology. It has improved the quality of higher education and research output in Mexican universities. For Philippine Science High School System, okay, let me go back. The Philippine Science High School System is in the Philippines, my country. There are various efforts that the Philippines is doing in order to upgrade the quality of science education in our country. Yes, we are all aware that many years now from now, or many years back, and even up to the latest PISA report, Philippines is second to the last among the countries uh, who participated in PISA. That is really very sad, but I do not believe personally that that is true to all the Filipinos. I have that greater confidence in the teachers, the Filipino teachers, who are really very competent when it comes to this. But you know, there are a lot of factors there are really a lot of factors that influence that result. Um, Many of our uh, a lot of our students are coming from poor families. So there are really a lot of factors that affect that. It does not define the Filipinos. Our ranking in PISA does not define us because there are really very competitive teachers, and the program the government is they're really our government is really exerting a lot of effort in order to uplift the quality of science education in our country. And I know time will come with this continuous effort, the science education as well as our participation, or our yes our participation in English and reading in mathematics will be improved, because there are a lot of efforts that the Philippine government is doing in order to uplift the quality of our education, particularly in these areas. Going back, the Philippine Science High School system is a specialized public high school system in the Philippines that offers scholarships to students who are gifted in science and mathematics. It is managed by the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST. The system has produced many graduates who have gone on to excel in various scientific fields, both locally and internationally. Another one here, I have listed here a lot in the Philippines, or some, not much, but I get the most important ones. The Science Teacher Academy for the regions, or the STAR program, implemented by the Philippine Science High School system and funded by the DOST. The STAR program aims to enhance the capabilities of science teachers across the regions through professional development training and workshops. It has improved teaching methodologies and increased competency among science teachers, leading to better student performance in science subjects. Following that is Innovation in Science and Technology for Accelerating Regional Technology-Based Development, or iStart. The iStart program, initiated by DOST, aims to promote regional development through science, technology, and innovation by collaborating with local government units and other stakeholders. It encourages the participation, or application rather, of scientific research and technology in addressing local issues, thus promoting regional growth and development. Following that is the Project STAR, Science and Technology, Academic and Research-Based Openly Operated Kiosk Stations. This project involves setting up kiosks in public areas to provide access to science and technology information. It aims to promote public awareness and education in science and technology, increases public access to scientific knowledge, and promotes interest in science and technology among the general population. And then another one here is the Philippine eScience project. This initiative provides an online platform for the dissemination of scientific information and resources, facilitating distance learning and research collaboration. It enhances access to scientific information and resources for students, educators, and researchers, fostering a more connected scientific community. And then we also have the science education um, institute programs. The SEI under the OST offers various scholarship programs, training, and resources to support science education at all levels. And then uh, it provides financial support and resources to students and teachers, promoting higher education and research in science and technology fields. And then another one here is from Intel Teach program Global. For the, okay, wait, sorry. Let me go back. There are still two. We have the Educational Quality Improvement Program in Afghanistan. EQUIP aims to improve the quality of education in Afghanistan, particularly in science and mathematics, through infrastructure development, teacher training, and community involvement. It has significantly improved educational infrastructure and competency in the country. And then we have the Intel Tech program, global. Intel Tech or Teach, rather, Intel Teach has been implemented in multiple developing countries, aiming to improve teaching quality by integrating technology to the classroom. Teachers in countries like India, Kenya, and the Philippines have reported improved student engagement and learning outcomes. The countries in the developing nations, the science education in the developing nations are continuously being improved through the collaborative efforts of the various sectors of all the stakeholders. Um, we are not really taking it for granted. We are open for improvement, and that is what we are doing. And what are now the implications of advanced science education? Of course, we have here economic growth. Prioritizing science education can lead to higher levels of economic growth. A well-educated workforce with strong scientific skills contributes to innovation, productivity, and competitiveness in global markets. The other one is equality of opportunity. By investing in advanced science education ensures greater equality and educational opportunity. When students receive quality science instruction, regardless of socioeconomic background, they have better chances for future success. Then, science education builds human capital by equipping individuals with critical thinking, problem solving, and analytical skills. This benefits not only the individual but also the nation's overall development. And developing advanced science education programs prepare students for STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, careers. A skilled STEM workforce is essential for sustainable development and technological progress. And of course, all that will lead to global competitiveness. Nations with strong science education systems can compete globally in research, technology, and innovation. Advanced science education contributes to a country's reputation and influence. For my conclusion here, advancing the teaching and learning in science education in developing nations requires a comprehensive approach that addresses teacher training, curriculum development, student engagement, and community involvement. By implementing these strategies, it is possible to create a strong science education system that prepares students to meet the challenges of the current time and a strong foundation for future endeavors. Thank you very much. Hello, ma'am. I'm done with my presentation.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your rich content presentation, which can impact our knowledge seekers surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seekers can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seekers. Once again, thank you so much, dear ma'am, for your presentation. Now, ma'am, it's time for our questionnaire session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we will be back in our session part 2, which is the questionnaire part. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Once again, thank you so much, Honorable Ma'am, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topics. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable Ma'am, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new date. Thank you so much, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you so much, IGP.
Honorable Ma'am, before we move to the next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this studio, you can, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. IGP Knowledge Seekers, it's time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our regular webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. IGP Knowledge Seekers, it's time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. So visit www.etuigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a running session and get it enrolled. After watching or completing part 1 video session, click mark as complete. Moving to the next, which is a learning test quiz. Passing mark is 80%. If pass, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. For your attention, I am going to share the procedure again. Visit www.eduigb.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Sign up or sign in, find a running session, and get enrolled. After watching or completing part 1 video session, click mark as complete. Moving to the next, which is the learning test quiz. Passing mark is 80%. If pass, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, it's time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. We changed a few process for online live quiz competition. Note that after live, no one can participate. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition, Please follow my instruction carefully. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. For some technical problems, we cannot continue our quiz from the website. So to join our quiz, you have to go www.slido.com, and today's quiz code is 5156076. For some technical problems, we cannot continue our quiz from the website. So to join our quiz, you have to go www.slido.com, and today quiz code is 5156076. Browse the live quizzes button or given link, find the session name and join with your locked website or user account. Click join and wait for a few minutes to others to join. Enjoy an online live quiz competition. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. So our first question is, what percent of job in the US depend on mastery of math and science education? 25% or 80%? Option A or option B? Correct answer is option B, and 80% people are correct. And our next question is, Castro has improved life in Cuba by advancing healthcare and education. True or false? Option A or option B? Correct answer is option A, and 100% people are correct. And our next question is, what is science education in Finnish? Tide and Tidicus Vatus. Option A or option B? Correct answer is option B, and 91% people are correct. And our next question is, who is the best known for advancing education in America? Jacqueline Mann and Horace Mann. Option A or option B? Option B is correct, and 0% people are correct. And our next question is, what category does forensic science fall under in education? Statistics or criminal justice? Option A or option B? Option B is correct, and 95% people are correct. And our next question is, which of the following has the largest impact on a society advancing education and science? Geographic location or a peaceful, stable government? Option A or option B? Option B is correct, and 86% people are correct. And our next question is, therapeutic services plays a significant role in advancing medical science. True or false? Option A or option B? Option A is correct. Option B is correct, and 0% people are correct. And our next question is, science in early childhood education involves learning through watching or a growing awareness of self through the senses and through exploration. Option A or option B? Option B is correct, and 0% people are correct. And our next question is, the language used for education and science in Islamic Empire, Arabic or African? Option A or option B? Option A is correct, and 100% people are correct. And our final and last question is, I studied science and education in college. True or false? Option A or option B? Option A is correct and 87% people are correct. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition. We are top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes to finalize the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificates on our website and official Facebook page, Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes to finalize the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificates on our website and our official Facebook page, Institute of Global Professionals. At the end of our session, we can say properly, feed your skills. Never stop learning because life never teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end live button, once again wants to thank all IGP knowledge seekers for your active participation as always. See you in the next session. Thank you.